Kachikachi Mountain. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled at the foot of a majestic mountain, there lived an old couple named Jiro and Hanako. They were known for their kind hearts and pleasant demeanor, and were loved by all in the village. One summer day, as Jiro was tending to his garden and Hanako was preparing a delicious meal, they heard a faint cry for help coming from the forest. Concerned, they followed the sound and discovered a tiny rabbit trapped in a hunter's snare. Without hesitation, Jiro carefully freed the rabbit, and Hanako gently cradled it in her hands. Grateful for their act of kindness, the rabbit introduced itself as Hapu and offered to grant them a wish. Jiro and Hanako were taken aback by this unexpected offer. But after a moment of reflection, they asked for good health and happiness for themselves and the village. Impressed by their selfless request, Hapu revealed a secret path that led to the top of Kachikachi Mountain, a place rumored to possess magical powers. The couple thanked Hapu and set off on their journey, filled with excitement and anticipation. As they climbed higher and higher, the air grew thinner and the scenery more breathtaking. They marveled at the vibrant colors of the wildflowers that adorned the mountain slopes and listened to the melodious songs of the birds that filled the air. The climb was challenging, but their spirits remained high, fueled by their desire to reach the top. Finally, after hours of climbing, Jiro and Hanako reached the summit of Kachikachi Mountain. There, they found a mystical crystal-clear pond, shimmering in the sunlight. They dipped their hands into the water and felt an immediate surge of energy and tranquility. Overwhelmed by the beauty and serenity of the place, they closed their eyes and made a silent wish for all their loved ones to experience the same sense of peace and joy they were feeling. As they opened their eyes, they noticed that the pond had transformed into a magical waterfall, cascading down the mountain and spreading its healing and rejuvenating powers throughout the village. From that day forward, the village thrived with good health, happiness, and prosperity. The people attributed their blessings to the kind-heartedness of Jiro and Hanako, who had ventured to Kachikachi Mountain and brought back the magical waterfall. As the years passed, Jiro and Hanako grew older and eventually passed away, but their legacy lived on. The village continued to flourish, and the memory of their selfless act of kindness remained in the hearts of the villagers. And so, the tale of Kachikachi Mountain and the benevolence of Jiro and Hanako was passed down from generation to generation, serving as a reminder of the power of compassion and the importance of spreading love and joy to others. Kasajizo. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among lush green mountains, there lived a kind and gentle old man named Kasajizo. He was known far and wide for his wisdom and his ability to bring peace and tranquility to those around him. One moonlit night, as Kasajizo lay in his cozy cottage, he couldn't help but notice the restlessness in his heart. He had been feeling a deep sense of unease lately, and his usual methods of finding solace seemed to elude him. Desperate for a peaceful night's sleep, he decided to embark on a journey to find the answer to his restlessness. The following morning, Kasajizo packed a small bag with essentials and set off on his quest. He wandered through dense forests, climbed steep hills, and crossed flowing rivers. Along the way, he met various creatures and listened to their stories. From the wise owl who spoke in riddles to the mischievous squirrel who loved to play tricks, Kasajizo learned valuable lessons about the balance of nature and the importance of harmony. As days turned into weeks, Kasajizo's search led him to a remote temple atop a majestic mountain. The temple was said to hold ancient secrets and was guarded by a wise and mysterious monk. Kasajizo approached the temple, his heart filled with hope and anticipation. The monk greeted Kasajizo with a warm smile and invited him inside. As they sat in silence, the monk handed Kasajizo a small wooden box. Inside the box was a delicate silver key. The monk explained that the key held the secret to finding inner peace and restful sleep. With gratitude in his heart, Kasajizo accepted the key and returned to his cottage. That night, he held the key close to his chest and closed his eyes. As he drifted into a deep slumber, Kasajizo found himself transported to a world of dreams. In his dreams, Kasajizo discovered a hidden garden, filled with vibrant flowers and gentle streams. He walked among the flowers, feeling their soft petals against his fingertips. The sweet fragrance filled the air, calming his restless soul. He sat by the stream listening to the soothing sound of water flowing and felt a sense of peace he had longed for. When Kasajizo woke up the next morning, he felt a profound sense of calm and serenity. The secret of the key had unlocked a newfound understanding within him, allowing him to find inner peace and tranquility. From that day forward, Kasajizo shared his wisdom with others, helping them find their own paths to a restful sleep and a peaceful mind. And so, the tale of Kasajizo, the wise old man, who found the key to peaceful sleep, spread throughout the land, inspiring countless others to seek solace and tranquility in their own lives. Hanasakaji-san. Once upon a time in a small village in Japan, there lived an old man named Hanasakaji-san. He was known for his wisdom and kindness and was loved by all the villagers. One day, Hanasakaji-san decided to take a journey to a faraway land. He wanted to explore new places and meet new people. Before leaving, he gathered the villagers and told them that he would be gone for a while, but promised to return with stories and gifts. As Hanasakaji-san traveled through different countries, he encountered various cultures and traditions. He learned new languages and made friends along the way. But as time went by, he began to miss his village and the familiar faces. One night, while staying in a small inn, Hanasakaji-san couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned in his bed, unable to relax. He realized that he needed a way to calm his mind and find peace before bed. Remembering the stories he used to tell the children in his village, Hanasakaji-san decided to create a bedtime story for himself. He thought of a tale about a magical garden, filled with beautiful flowers and gentle creatures. In his story, the garden was a place of tranquility and serenity. The flowers whispered soothing melodies, and the creatures danced gracefully under the moonlight. Hanasakaji-san imagined himself walking through the garden, feeling the soft grass beneath his feet and breathing in the sweet fragrance of the flowers. As he continued to weave his story, Hanasakaji-san felt his mind and body start to relax. The worries and stress of his journey slowly melted away, and a sense of calm washed over him. He drifted off to sleep, a smile on his face. When Hanasakaji-san returned to his village, the villagers eagerly gathered around him, eager to hear his stories. He shared tales of his adventures and the people he had met. But the story that captivated everyone the most was the one he had created for himself during his sleepless night. The villagers were amazed at how a simple bedtime story could bring such peace and tranquility. Inspired by Hanasakaji-san, they started creating their own bedtime stories to help them unwind and fall asleep. And so, the tradition of bedtime stories became a cherished part of the village's culture. Every night, families would gather around and share tales of magic and wonder. The stories helped them relax, drift off to sleep, and dream of beautiful gardens and gentle creatures. Hanasakaji-san's legacy lives on through his stories, reminding everyone of the power of imagination and the importance of finding peace before bed. And in the village, the name Hanasakaji-san became synonymous with a restful night's sleep.